So finally, we are about to begin the program. I welcome all of you on the behalf of National Movement Front, Rajiv Gandhi Foundation, Penguin, India, and Anahad. So, now first of all, I would like to invite all the speakers and the chair of this program on the stage. Mr. Jairam Ramesh ji. Jairam Ramesh ji is a Rajya Sabha member of Parliament since 2004, former Union Cabinet Minister, presently General Secretary of the AICC, and a prolific author. Among his numerous books are studies of Indira Gandhi, P.N. Haksar, and Krishna Menon. So please, give a loud applause to the Jairam Ramesh ji. Now I would like to request Mrs. Seema Chisti ji. Seema Chisti ji, a senior journalist and author who has worked in the BBC and the Indian Express in responsible positions. She is currently the editor of The Wire, which represents the best of independent and serious journalism in India today, when the media is under so much pressure. Welcome, Seema Chisti ji. Our next speaker will be Professor Purushottam Agrawal. I would like to request Professor Agrawal to be on the stage. Professor Agrawal is a foremost public intellectual and eminent scholar known for his path-breaking study of Kabir. He has also written a very popular book on Jawaharlal Nehru, Kaun Hai Bharat Mata. Professor Agrawal taught at JNU and was also a member of the UPSC. He will be followed by Professor Shanta Sinha, an alumnus of JNU, who taught at the Hyderabad Central University and developed thought through her work in the villages of Andhra Pradesh since the 1980s, a template of how to take children out of labor and put them in schools. She linked the cause of child rights in India to the rights to education. As recognition of her work, she received the Padma Shri and the Magsaysay Award and was appointed the founding chairperson of the National Commission for Protection of Child Rights in 2006. The next speaker is Professor Prabhat Patnaik, a renowned economist, legendary teacher at JNU, with cues forming for over his spoke, prolific author and columnist and emeritus professor JNU. His work on imperialism and capitalism is acclaimed globally. Professor Patnaik also served as deputy chairman of the Kerala Planning Board. Now I would like to request Professor Manoj Jha, a most vocal member of the Rajya Sabha. Professor Jha is well known for his courageous and hard-hitting speeches in Parliament. He is a professor at the prestigious Delhi School of Social Work and a self-confessed Nehruvian, as testified by his numerous columns in the press. And now, I would like to request Professor Aditya Mukherjee, the author of the book being released today. Professor Aditya Mukherjee has taught me and countless others for over 4 decades at the Center for Historical Studies, JNU. His work on the political economy of colonial and post-colonial India is well known, as to his pioneering study of the Indian capitalist class. He has co-authored with Bipan Chandra and others 3 best-selling works: Struggle for India's Independence, India Since Independence, and RSS, School Texts, and the Murder of Mahatma Gandhi. He is currently the General President of the prestigious Indian History Congress. So, as you can see, there is a column in the invitation that there is an exhibition commemorating 75th anniversary of India's struggle for independence. So I cannot resist myself to reciting a poem from the panel itself. Makhan Lal Chaturvedi was a known Hindi poet And he wrote about Nehru. There is a, it is a very long poem, but I am, selecting just 3-4 lines from it. बूढ़ों की क्या बात, युगों की तरुणाई के दिन आए हैं, चट्टानों खंदकों पहाड़ों की खाई के दिन आए हैं, गंगा मांग रही है मस्तक, जमुना मांग रही है सपने, आज जवानी स्वयं टटोले, सिर हथेलियां अपने अपने, कितने दिन से खड़ा अकेला अपने बागों का या महला, आज सिद्ध करना ही होगा नहीं जवाहर कभी अकेला, आज सिद्ध करना ही होगा नहीं जवाहर कभी अकेला. Thank you so much.
Distinguished panel on the stage and very distinguished audience. I'm delighted that the house is full. Nehru, Jawahar अकेले नहीं हैं. उनकी I'll just take a couple of minutes, first of all, to welcome you to Jawahar Bhavan, which also houses the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation. And this being Jawaharlal Nehruji's 135th birth centenary, we had decided to celebrate it throughout the year, not just on 14 November. And so we began a shrinkhala, a series called The Rediscovery of Nehru. And we came up with that name because, of course, all of you know that Nehruji wrote The Discovery of India. But it appeared that contemporary India has forgotten the author of The Discovery of India. To the point where somebody mentioned to me on 14th of November evening when we were having an event here, that the Times of India New Delhi edition of that day did not have the word Nehru in all of its 20 pages. That's the nation's so-called foremost newspaper on 14th of November. So the rediscovery of Nehru is essential, but it's not essential only in places like Jawahar Bhavan or India International Center or other places where South Delhi denizens gather. It's necessary in the bastis of Delhi, it's necessary in the Hindi belt, it's necessary in the rural areas. And so we picked different ways to reach the people. All the way from puppet shows to street theater, to regular theater shows, to specially designed programs like Nehru Nama, done by Saida Hamidji, to running a campaign on social media. And you'll be very happy to know that on 27th May, which was Nehruji's death anniversary, 3 weeks before that, we started a campaign on Nehruji, and it reached 2.1 crore viewers. 2.1 crore. So, if nothing else, just going by the social media account, I think Nehruji is very much in the hearts of the people. We just have to cut through all the lies and all the hate that is being spread about him, and not only about him, but about so many of other institutions, norms that were established in the early part of this nation by Nehruji and by so many others. So this program is one in that series. We have, of course, been running another series of lectures and book discussions, usually compared by Professor Apurvanand, who is somewhere here in the audience, which is called the Nehru Dialogues. But this being a very, very special program, we thought that we should have not one or two speakers, but a whole galaxy of speakers. And so I'm delighted that Professor Aditya Mukherjee accepted our invitation to do it here in Jawahar Bhavan. And thank you very much. Should I do it or you're doing it?
Yeah, the exhibition.